Driven by a highly motivated team, Lagos Television brings you robust programming. We are the voice of Lagos.
We are glad to have you join us on the news at 2 on Lagos Television. I am Aminat Elegushi. President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima are presently at the parade ground in Abuja to commemorate the 64th independence of Nigeria. The president had earlier announced a 30-day confab for youths in the country to discuss and address challenges confronting them during a special broadcast to mark the national independence. The president said the modalities of the confab and selection of delegates would be designed as soon as possible.
Youth Conference. This conference will be a platform to address the diverse challenges and opportunities confronting our young people, who constitute more than 60% of our population. It will provoke meaningful dialogue and empower our young people to participate actively in nation building by ensuring that their voices are heard in shaping the policies that impact their lives.
The president also saluted the doggedness of Nigerians, saying the country has survived a crisis that disintegrated other nations. Tinubu said his administration is determined to win the war against bandits and terrorists so that displaced farmers can return to their farmlands and boost production to reduce soaring food prices.
Many Boko Haram and bandit commanders faster than ever. As of the last count, over 300 Boko Haram and bandit commanders have been eliminated by our gallant troops in the northeast, northwest, and some other part of the country. We have restored peace to hundreds of communities in the north, and thousands of our people have been able to return home.
The situation of the country at the time he came into office necessitated that the country choose between reform for progress and prosperity or carry on business as usual and collapse.
The economy is undergoing the necessary reforms and retooling to serve us better and more sustainably. If we do not correct the physical misalignment that led to the current economic downturn, our country will face an uncertain future and the peril of unimaginable consequences. Thanks to the reform, our country attracted foreign direct investment worth more than $30 billion in the last year.
President Tinubu said his administration decided to reform Nigeria's political economy and defense architecture for the nation to survive. Police officers have fired tear gas at protesters in Abuja. The protesters who gathered at the Utaka area of FCT says they are unhappy about the high cost of living and energy costs in Africa's most populous nation. The protesters called on President Bola Tinubu's administration to address the soaring inflation and unprecedented economic hardship in the country. The October 1st, 2024 protest, tagged Fearless in October, was propagated on social media some 2 months ago after the August End Bad Governance protest. The two demonstrations are synonymous in themes as aggrieved young people demand a reversal of petrol subsidy removal and electricity tariff increase. Meanwhile, thugs have taken over the protest ground used during the August End Bad Governance protest at the Port Harcourt Pleasure Park in the Rivers State capital. One of the organizers of the protest says the protesters were aware of the development and as such changed plans, with the Rumo Quota flyover being their new point of convergence. But another group of thugs were gathered at Rumo Quota. The protest ground were earlier announced as the state convergence point for the Fearless in October demonstration against economic hardship in the country. However, Kane-wielding hoodlums took over the ground, saying they did not want any protests in Rivers State. The thugs threatened they would beat up any journalist who dared to film them. And here in Lagos, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has called on Nigerians, especially Lagos residents, to continue to see the nation's hope with vibrant energy and resilience associated with the Nigerian spirit. He made the call at the celebration of the 64th Independence Anniversary in Lagos. Adetola Kayode reports.
It's been 64 years since Nigeria gained independence from the British government. This year's celebration is characterized with lesser fanfare, pomp and pageantry due to the current economic and social challenges. In Lagos, the event, which held at the Lagos House Marina, kicked off with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu inspecting the guard of honor and display of officers and men of the Nigeria Police adorned in their ceremonial wear. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu congratulated Nigeria and Nigerians for making it this far into the 64th celebration, tasking them on the need to build Lagos and Nigeria together, where every citizen would feel valued and empowered without losing faith.
The path ahead may seem uncertain at times, but we have a choice: to give in to despair or to believe in our power to create the change that we want. I choose to believe in us, the people of Lagos. In Lagos, we have always been trailblazer. We lead by example, setting the pace in innovation, in creativity, in commerce, and cultural expression. As your governor, my commitment is to ensure that Lagos continue to be a beacon of hope, not just for Nigerians, but for Africa and the entire world. We need your trust, therefore. And I know trust is earned through actions and not just words. That is why in the coming months, our administration will be more transparent than we've ever been before. We will work twice as hard, we will work twice as fast, and we will deliver twice as much.
The governor pledged his administration's commitment to be more transparent, strengthen channels of communications, listen to the people's concerns, and be receptive to feedbacks and ideas put forward in the coming years.
We are investing in infrastructure. We are creating an opportunity for the private sector. We're investing in education, in healthcare, in technology. But we're also investing in you, our people. We're investing in your future, in your children's future that are here today. And therefore, to the youth of Lagos, we hear you, and I hear you. I see you. We see your energy. We see your passion. We see your desire for a better Nigeria. And I want to assure you, it shall not be in vain. You are not just the future, you are also our present.
Christian and Muslim clerics prayed for the nation and her people at home and in the diaspora. A beautiful commemoration cake was cut to mark Nigeria's 64th anniversary on October 1st. And of course, the children were not left out of the celebration at Lagos House Marina. Adetola Kayode, OTV News.
Organizers of the End Bad Governance protest converged to call on the federal government to meet their demands during the August 1st 1-10 nationwide protest. Some of the agitators who gathered under the bridge in Ikeja are requesting for friendly and people-oriented policies that will reduce hardship on masses.
Was by the anniversary of the 64th celebration of Nigeria's independence, divorce itself from any oppressive policy and pattern. One day, things will change. And if the government continues like this, the people will be pushed to war and they will respond. This is a fine time for the government to recalibrate and reconsider all its anti-poor and anti-democratic policies.
Protest is part of life, especially in a democracy. It's our constitutional right. Under United Nations law, we have right to protest. ECOWAS law, AU law. So it's a right that we must protest. The country is not all we demanded a few months ago, last month, that should be August. None have been met. So we still have to come out to show our agitation, our concern.
Some people chose to protest, but that does not reflect the mind of all Nigerians. They have their franchise, their right under the law, but that does not mean they are right. The population of the country, they are happy to be alive and that the country is still warm. I think that's what really matters. Know what the other people are doing by way of protest.
Commissioner of Police Olariwaju Ishola also reminded the protesters of the subsisting order of the court restricting their actions to Freedom Park, Ojota, Lagos.
Earlier is that they are moving towards Freedom Park in Ojota and they are waiting for some of their colleagues to come. And I'm sure that's what they are going to do. And that's what I'm going to ensure. I don't want fracas with them. We have reached an understanding that in a moment from now, they all move to Freedom Park at Ojota.
Meanwhile, security presence is at various parts of the state to forestall break in law and order. In sports, Carlos Alcaraz cruised through to the China Open final with a straight-set victory over Daniil Medvedev. The world number 3 needed just 88 minutes to seal a 7-5, 6-3 win. It is Alcaraz's 8th successful victory since a shock second-round defeat by Baltic Van de Zakshop at the U.S. Open. Medvedev needed 2 medical timeouts for treatment on his left leg as Alcaraz took control of the second set, sealing victory with his 4th match point. Elsewhere, Britain's Dan Evans beat Alex Bolt of Australia 6-2, 1-6, 7-5 in the final round of qualifying for the Shanghai Masters. Compatriot Jack Draper withdrew from the event, the highest-ranked regular tournament, below the Grand Slam on Monday because of an abdominal injury. And on the foreign scene, for more news, connect with Lagos Television on the social media platforms. And many thanks for staying with us. Please remember to call the Lagos State toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Aminat Elegushi. See you again at 4 p.m.